Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to class. Um, we are going to be playing with our feet for the first part of class. So you definitely are going to want your strap. It's mostly all you'll need for the beginning, and then we'll be using our blocks later in class. So sit well, however that makes sense for you, whether you are in a chair, which by the way, especially this first part of class, if you want to sit in a chair and do the work, it would work beautifully, or on the floor. Just make sure you're comfortable and not sitting in pain. And then close your eyes. And let me see if I can find my marker. Wanted to read something that was written by Mark Nepo, who I adore his writing, and thought I would read that to start our morning. And this is called Never Quite Ready. Despite the things that crack and break, there are those unexpected moments of calm, like the swing of a hammock in the one patch of light that warms our legs. These moments keep everything from falling apart. Like the bluebird atop its small house, its blueness so pure, it makes me drop all worry. The miracle isn't always parting some vast sea. More often, it arrives like the strum of a guitar or a piece of silk slipping on the wind. So I like that, to realize that there are miracles, things to bring us back to center all around us. We just have to look. We have to open our eyes and see that. This morning, over and over, the word coming back to me was balance, even though we're not really doing a balance class. But trying to stay grounded and balanced and not letting anything overly consume us. So that's where I've been this morning. All right, take the shoulders up to your ears, everybody. And squeeze them back and down. Good, let them come up. Back, down, one more. Just squeeze them up and back and down. And then place one hand at the heart, one place at the belly. Nice posture here, everybody. Shoulders are beside the body and not in front. Low belly is toned just a little bit. And start to tap into your breath. With the inhale, you'll feel that belly pressing out toward the center of the room. And then feeling that chest rise. And on the exhale, everything draws back to the middle. Just taking some nice, big, deep breaths in and letting them go. Finding balance with the breath. And with our thoughts. One more breath, just right here. And then releasing the hands, opening the eyes, just shaking those hands out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Interlace, press it out, and then tuck and round. And then lift up and reach. Exhale, one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other side. Inhale, center. Bring those hands and release, shake those out. One hand down, just warming up the upper body before we get to the feet. Good, breathe, stretch. And then reach over that knee As you inhale, take the arm up, reach it back and behind diagonally. Drop that hand, take the other arm up and just stretch. Good, both hands up. Exhale, other hand down. Breathe. Reach over the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, nice diagonal. Take that hand and reach it up and over. Inhale, up, both arms. Exhale, hands to heart. We're just going to do that one more time. Press it out and then curl and round. And then inhale, lift the chest. Take those arms up. Reach over to one side, stretch. Come back to the center, reach over to the other side. Come back and stretch. Release those hands, one hand down. Big, nice stretch here. Reach over the knee. Inhale, the arm reaches up. Big opening to that shoulder. Take the opposite arm up and back. Both hands go up. Other hand goes down. Good. Breathe. Reach over your knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it back and behind and reach the other arm up. Both arms up. Exhale to your heart. Roll the shoulders, shake it out. And then let's straighten those legs. Feel free, by the way, to sit up on a blanket if you'd like. Can be nice for, so we're going to be seated for a little bit. So if you want to sit up on your blanket just because you love yourself and you want to feel good, go ahead and do that. And even if you don't sit on the blanket, still love yourself. Good. All right, let's engage the arms. Press through the big toe mounds. Reach the toes back toward the knees. Just stretch out those feet. Breathe. And then curl your toes and open them big and wide. Good. Curl and open. Good. Curl and open. One more time. Big curl of the toes and open. Take both sets of toes out to the sides and then bring them in and cross. Good. Open out to the side. Bring them in and cross the other way. Just one more, both sides. Out and cross and out and cross, and then bend both knees. So ideally you want the knees bent and the feet on the floor. So if your feet are too far forward and you can't plant the feet, then see if you can bring those knees in a little bit. And upper body nice and comfy, right? Not like that kind of comfy, but nice and comfortable. You can look at your feet. I want you to lift all your toes and spread. And then drop your toes and try to push them through the floor. You're going to feel those calf muscles engage. And then lift and spread the toes. And then drop and push the toes down, but don't scrunch them, just push down. Good, one more there. Lift and drop and press the toes down into the floor and then release that. All right, so just your right foot, I'm mirroring here. I want you to lift all the toes except your big toe. Do your best here. If that doesn't happen, just play with the idea of it happening. And then lower the four toes and lift the big toe. Good, drop the big toe, lift the other four, and you can look like send all your energy there. Drop the four toes, lift the big toe. Good. One more. Drop the big toe. Lift the other four best you can. Drop the four. Lift the big toe. And release that. Other side. Lift the big toe. Try to keep the other toes down. And it's funny, this foot wants to follow. Good. Drop the big toe. Lift the others. Woo. And drop the four. Lift the big toe. Drop down. Lift. Good. Last one. Lift the big toe. Drop that big toe, lift the others, and release, scrunch, and spread. All right, we're doing both feet at the same time. So lift your big toes. What's fun is if you cannot look at them, and then drop the big toes, lift the others. Press your big toes down here. Release, lift your big toes. lower, lift the others. Whoo. Everybody feeling that? Feet, calves, right? Down, lift your big toes. And lower. This is your last one. Lift the other ones up and release. Good. Straighten both legs. Flex your feet. Point your feet. Flex and point. One more. Flex, point, and circle. Good. If you can, I want you to take your right foot just into a super easy figure four. If your legs don't do that seated, maybe you can just kind of put your foot up close. All we're going to do is try to access this foot. Now, same side hand, if you can, pinky finger between the pinky and ring toe, right? And just feed all your fingers through all your toes. This may or may not feel good. I don't know anybody that loves this one, but you've got your feet, and then I want you to just circle the ankle. Keep a little bit of pressure, a little bit of pull on the toes, and go the other way. And if you can't get your fingers between some of the toes, just do the ones you can. Good. And then pull on your toes. Like you could try to get those toes off the foot, right? Just really, really pull and release and let go. They're alive. Okay. Other side. Start pinky to pinky and then feed the rest of the fingers through. If you can, get those fingers in there. Not everybody can. Woo, right? And nice big circle. Why are we doing this one? We really do need to probably take better care of our feet. And in yoga, so important. Good. And then pull on your toes. Just try to pull them up, like shake them, like, ah, and losing my mind. and, then, and then pull that out and release and just kind of stomp your feet. Stomp your feet. And release, let go, grab your strap. Change your seat if you need to, off on blanket, all that kind of stuff. And then one leg can be either bent or both legs can be straight. So whatever feels good to you. With the bent knee side, we're not going to work. So you can just make it comfy. Grab your strap and take it around the ball mound of your foot. So it kind of looks like a little bit of a Janu, right? Janu pose, but we're not doing a forward fold here. Want you to look at your feet and square that foot, especially the big toe side. Maybe the toes come back just a little bit, and then a nice strong flex of the foot. So I'm giving a good pull to the strap. And then keep the pull, but push your foot away. And resist as you pull back. Good. Pull it away. Pull back, be gentle, especially if you have any Achilles tendon issues, be more gentle on that pull back and push and release. Good. We got one more push and release. Now you're either going to stay with that, or if your big toe allows, you're taking your strap just around your big toe, just your big toe. Do not pull so hard, okay? Gentle pull, gentle resist. I want you to pull that big toe away from you and then just let it come back. Again, please don't put a lot of pressure here. And pull it back. Just push that big toe away and pull back. Two more. Push it away and back. Last one, push and release. Same strap. Take it around the arch of your foot. Good. I want you to push your strap into that arch and then pull the arch back. Good. Push the strap into the arch and pull back. We got one more. Just push and pull back. Hang on to it right there. Same side hand, same side leg. Bend that knee. Take the leg straight up. You can take the other arm out. Lift through your chest. Breathe. And then turn the foot kind of to the outside as if you could touch your pinky side to the outer ankle. And turn it in. Turn it out. In. Good. One more. Out. In. Hold. And release. Nice job, everybody. Release, and then just maybe a little kind of circles and things. See how that foot feels compared to the other. Go to the other side. So first it goes around the ball mound. Shoulders draw back and down. There's good form here. You can spread those toes a little bit and then push that foot away. And then resist as you pull the strap back. Yeah, good. Pull and push and pull. Good. Push it away. And press back. It's funny when I watch your foot, right? It wants to curl in. That big toe side wants to curl in. So I'm trying to keep it more level. Push. Release. Good. One more push. And pull back and release. Go to that big toe. Again, if your big toe doesn't want anything to do with that, stay with the ball mound and stay there. This is a gentle pull of your push of your big toe away and pull. Try not to move your whole foot so much. It'll move some, but try to stay with the big toe doing the action and back. Good. Push the toe away and release. Good. Last one. Push and release. Release that. Take it to the arch. This one I am pulling back pretty hard here. Push that whole foot away and bring it back. Right. So a lot of us don't walk around barefoot really much anymore, except in yoga. So I want to encourage you to walk barefoot, get on the ground, all that stuff. Good. And release. Bring that strap in closer, bend the knee, take that leg up, try not to overhold anything. Reach the arm up, and then you're just going to try to pronate. Really, you're dropping that big toe side in, reaching externally with the outside, and then squeeze it in, rotate it out, squeeze, and rotate, release, hold, and let it go. Well done, everybody. Set your strap aside. Straighten the legs, just feel your feet. Give them a little love, give them a little scrunch and hold. And then let's actually do Janu. So go back to the first side. Feel free to put, or whichever side, doesn't matter. Hips are squared, take the arms up. Exhale, nice forward fold here, mindful of your back, lengthening through that spine. Breathe. Stretching out the hamstring. You know, it's always all attached, right? So stretching the hamstring, stretching the back calf muscle that moves into the Achilles. The Achilles wraps around the heel of the foot and attaches almost at the arch, right? So it is all connected. And if we can think about that long line of connective tissue, the Janu takes on a whole different sense. Breathe. Now, some of you were more upright. You're going to stay there. If you can, you're just going to reach that hand around the top of your foot or top of your toes and give it just a small tug back. You should feel a pretty deep stretch here. Big deep breath. And release it. Come on up. Switch sides, everybody. And I don't normally use a block under my knee, but I kind of like it. So if you haven't, maybe you try it. It just lets this whole side relax so much more, so I can really focus here. All right, take it up. Exhale, swan dive, hands to the floor. Don't overreach. If all you're doing is rounding and dropping your head and your nose is pointing toward your knee, Come on up a little bit. Good. Open the shoulders. Just feel that. Maybe there's a soft isometric movement of that hip back a little bit, right? You're going to feel that stretch of the hammy. Watch the back of the knee. You know who you are, my dear Paige out there. Make sure you're not hyperextending. And then those of you who are able, just wrap the hand around that top of the foot. Draw that foot back. You're going to feel a deeper stretch through the hamstring and through the calf muscle in particular as we stretch that Achilles a little bit more. Good. Release. Come on up. Inhale. Straight in both legs. Nice solid Dandasana. Flex the feet. Press through the big toe mounds. Engage the quads. Exhale, hands down. Just moving that out of the way. Press the hands into the floor. Lift one leg. Say good morning to your quads. Right? Breathe. Hold. Maybe the arms come up. Bend the knee. Step over your other leg. Lift up really tall. You're going to take whichever leg is extended, take that arm, wrap it around your knee, and come back into twist. Smile, breathe. And back to center. Take the arms up. Lift that leg. Press it out. Give me a good solid Dandasana. Hands come to the floor. Shoulders press back. Other leg lifts. Breathe. Staying upright. Press down through the long leg. Arms up optional. That makes it a little tougher. Big deep breath. Bend the knee. Step over. Wrap the arm around, come into a nice seated twist. Keep the long leg active, everybody. Breathe. Good. Release. Arms up. Release that leg. Press. Breathe. Hands down. Lean back. Bend both knees. See if you can take both legs up. Push through those hands. Bend the knees. Lower. Good. Getting ready to come up to a more standing position. So breathe, bend, extend out, and sit. Last one. Bend. Whew. Find boat pose, hands down. Bend, extend, and shake that all out. Good job, everybody. Good. Let's come on up to table pose. Have your blocks at the front of your mat. Going to be on knees for just a little bit. So if you want to cushion your knees, go ahead and do that. Take your time. Get yourself set up. And then come on down to elbows. So we're on hands a lot. We're going to release those hands or those wrists. Soft interlace of your hands. Press through. Make sure the elbows are not too wide, by the way. Try to keep them under your shoulders. And then press the right foot back. The foot's on the floor. And you're just going to rock. You're going to rock all the way to your tippy toe. And then you're going to press back as far as you want to go. And forward and back. Your whole torso is just kind of sliding up toward the hands. And back. Press. Good. One more here. And back. Come back to a more neutral. Lift the leg. Don't overlift here. Squeeze the glute. One, you're here. Two, you're going to release those hands more. Sphinx pose. Hands, breathe. Hips are level. Three, reach the left arm out. Ooh, breathe. Release the hands. Release the knee. And maybe stretch back a little bit. If you can, the toes are flipped under to stretch the backs of the feet. And come on up. Coming back to the other side, soft interlace of the hands. Your elbows are under your shoulders. The left leg goes out, the hips level. Same thing. You can even look, go right up to your big toe, tippy toe, and then everything presses back. And you're just sliding forward, sliding back. Watch the shoulders here, nice strength. Press back and tippy toe. Squeeze it back. We got one more here. Come to neutral, lift the leg, find level. One, you're here, two, the hands separate. And three, the right arm reaches. Big deep breath. Release hand, release knee, sink back, maybe a little child's pose, toes flipped under if you want. And come on back. You're coming back down to your elbows, hands interlace. Press through those elbows. Now, when I interlace, I'm not sitting on that bottom pinky finger. I've taken that pinky finger and brought it in so that it's nice and even, nice and level. Press both legs back. It's an elbow plank, just a little bit different option. Press out of the elbows. Breathe. Now, one, you're here. Two, you're going to come to tippy toes. And then you're going to slide back. Tippy toes. Slide back. Three, we're doing five. Watch the shoulders. 4, 5. Woo. And lower the knees, everybody. And release. Whew. I know. Shoulders, right? All right, come on up. Regular tables pose. Spread your fingers. Find your breath. Tone in. Press the right foot back. Hold. Press the left foot back. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Oh, once you're in down dog, let's pedal out the feet. Stretch them out on purpose. Let the Achilles stretch, the calf muscles. Breathe, everybody. And then hold a nice solid downward facing dog. Make sure the upper body is really engaged all around the shoulder joints. Breathe. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower those knees to the floor. If you can, keep the toes flipped under, reach back. Maybe look at your ankles, and if they're splaying out, draw the inner ankles so they're parallel. Breathe. Come on back up, table pose. Press the right leg back. Press the left arm forward. Find your breath. Bring your left elbow to your right knee, squeeze. And out, just 3. Squeeze it in and out. Last one, squeeze and out. Lower, drop your right foot, straighten your left. You're back in plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down dog. Pedal it out. Stretch those feet. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower. We're almost done with this little bit. If your wrists are screaming, come to your elbows, everybody. Back down on the knees. Press the left leg back. Lift. Right arm, whoops. Right arm out. Elbow to knee for 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Squeeze it out. Lower that down. Just drop the left foot back to the floor. Straighten the right leg. Plank pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower both knees. Sit back, child's pose, hero pose, puppy stretch. Roll the shoulders if they are hurting. Shake out the wrists if you feel those. I know. So much, so much, so much. All right, we're almost done with this, and then we're going to get up to standing. So come on back, give me 10. No. Back to table pose. Press the right foot back. Press the left foot back, plank pose. Now, listen up, everybody. Tippy toes, press the heels back. Tippy toes, press back. Please don't do this if it hurts. 3. This is a lot. 4. 5. Woo! Lower those knees. Well done, everybody. Either child's pose or hero pose. Or anything that feels really nice right now. Deep breath. All right. In your most yogi way, let's come up to standing all the way, all the way, all the way. Oh, beautiful. All right, just move your blanket out of the way for now. Your blocks are toward the front of your mat. Grab your strap again. Now, if you have balance challenges, feel free to be near a wall. We're not going to do anything too exciting, but just in case, you're going to take your strap around the ball mound of your foot. Your other foot can just step back a little bit. That will help with your balance. We're doing a similar thing that we did when we were seated. So I'm going to lift my foot. Let me turn sideways so you can see. And then I'm going to push it down and then lift. Going to push down under resistance. I'm not letting that strap slack at all. Down. 4 and 5. Lift up. And then press the foot down and hold. This time I'm going to lift up under resistance. So even though I'm pulling the strap up, I'm resisting with the ball mount. And down, it's slightly different. Resist and down. Push the foot down and try to pull it up at the same time. 3, push up. Whew. And last one, push up and down. Good job, everybody. Take that strap to the arch. To the arch. Breathe. Draw the shoulders back, lift up. Want you to lift up, push that arch down, solidify your standing leg. See if you can lift that foot just an inch or 2. And put it down, just the heel. Push up, down, 2, little bicep work at the same time. 3, 4, one more. 5, and down. Good job. Shake that out. Go to the other side. You're going to wonder why your feet feel so funny later. So back to the ball mound. 1 foot steps back. That helps with our balance here. Keep the strap nice and taut. And then lift up. And then, try to push it down. Good. Lift up. Actually working the calf or the shin muscles, right? Breathe up, but really resist the down. This is 4. Last one. 5. And then it's this weird other way. You're going to lift, but try to resist the lift. And then press down. Try to resist. 3, 4, and 5. Release the arms. So we're also doing, as you probably have noticed, we're doing an isometric contraction with the biceps, which is working them at the same time. All right, to the arch, everybody. Pull up. Nice little stagger here for balance. Good, come to the heel and then lift just a little bit and just drop the heel. Up, not too high. 2, 3, keep that strap super tight. 3 and 4, we got one more here. And 5 And drop that down. Shake it out. Ooh, I know. Step on the strap with both heels. Feet are hips width apart. Your strap is on either side. Pull that strap up tight. Good. You're going to lift up and down. 2, whew, 3. Say hello to your shins. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anybody not feeling these? 9 and 10. Woo, set that strap aside. Bring your blocks to the front of your mat, everybody. And just shake that out, especially the hands, right? Probably holding on to that strap super tight. Roll your shoulders back. Your blocks are at the front. As you inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe here and just check out your feet, right? Where do you tend to land? Do you tend to supinate, roll out? Do you tend to pronate, which means you're rolling in? Can you find the squareness kind of your feet the best you can? And then breathe. Good. Your hands are on your blocks. And again, I want you to be a little bit mindful here. We're going to challenge balance a little, so just do what you can. You're going to simply take your blocks and turn them back one. So they're closer to the feet, and then still feel that forward fold. Back of the knees are soft. You're going to take those blocks and turn them again so that they're starting to go a little bit behind the feet. Still, your hands are on it. The feet are sturdy. The legs are working. Belly is toned. Grab that end of your blocks. Take it back one more. Good. Arms are behind you. Stay in the center line of your feet. And then anything you got left, I can only tilt them. I can't go any further. It's a deep forward fold. Breathe. And then start to reverse. Take the blocks and take them down one. Now they're just behind the toes. Take the blocks to the short end. So now they're a little in front of the feet. Drop them again. Still going forward. Hold. Take them out one more. Hold. Ooh. Take them back again to your level. Breathe. And then just see if you can tilt them any more. Some can, some can't. It's a long, think of down dog with the upper body. Bend the knees, everybody. Woo. Bring the blocks back to your mat. Take your hands to your knees. Come on up. Whoa. Shake that out. Oh, right? So simple. And yet, like, woo, feel that stretch for the hammies. All right, you're back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it down. Soften the knees, step back, right leg, and breathe. You're in a lunge here. You can lower your back knee if you want. Feel free to do that, or you can leave it up. So this front foot, I want you to play with the idea of just coming onto the heel only, right? So you're just lifting the whole foot. Yep. And then bend the knee, drop the foot. Begin to straighten the front knee and lift the foot. Drop the foot on purpose, bend the knee. We got one more. Straighten the leg, lift, hold, bend the knee, drop the foot. 1, you're here, that's fine with you. 2, the hands come to the knee, coming into a high lunge. Arms come up. Deep breath. Hands come to heart. Lower the hands down. You are stepping forward. Bend both knees all the way up to the sky. Exhale to your heart. Good. Shake it out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it down. Whew, soften the knees. Step back, left leg. Just 3 times. That front leg starts to straighten, the heel presses in, the toes reach back. Drop the foot, bend the knee. Reach back. Lift the front foot. Think about how that lands, bend, and flatten the foot. We got one more. Straightish leg, lift, hold, and then plant, bend the knee, hold here or hands to knee. Inhale, reach up. Whew. Find your breath. Deep breath, everybody. Exhale, hands down, push off, step forward. Bend both knees, come on up. And exhale, shake that out. Grab your blanket. You're gonna roll that blanket. It can get pretty high, so I'd probably take it, this way, but then roll it. And put that at the front of your mat. Your blocks are on either side. Or the blocks are to the back side of the blanket. Take your left foot, ball mound to your blanket. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to your blocks. Whew. Breathe, bend the back knee and sit into the front leg. So you can have hands on blocks or hands to your blanket. Breathe. Take your hands to your blocks, walk the blocks forward, and then push into your ball mound so the heel lifts and your other foot lifts, but not back, just lifts up. Drop the heel, drop the foot, take the blocks back behind you, back knee bends. So a little tricky. Start to lean forward, take both blocks in front of you. Lean forward, lift the heel. Whew. The other foot's just going to lift off the floor because it pretty much has to. And then drop the heel, drop the foot. Last one. Bring the blocks back. Bend the back knee. Sit back. Lean forward. Blocks forward. Lift the heel. Let the other one foot lift with it. And drop down. Release fully. Bring the blocks back behind the blanket. Bend your knees. Come on up. Woo. Shake it out. Which side? Right foot, right ball mound fully on that blanket. I hope you can see that if it isn't making sense to you. The blocks are up high behind you. Your left foot is stepped back a little bit. Bend your back knee as the front leg straight. Press the ball mound into the blanket. And then start to tilt forward, walk the blocks forward, lean forward, lift just the heel of that right leg. Please don't do this if it hurts. Drop the heel, drop the foot, lean back, bring the blocks back. Walk forward, torso forward, lift the heel. Drop the heel, drop the foot, lean back. We got one left. Keeping that front foot squared. Lean forward, blocks forward, lift the heel. And lower and release off the blanket. Walk your blocks back. Bend both knees. Come on up. And shake it out. Right? Take a little walk, little step, little shake out of the legs. Got one more in this manner. All right. So both ball mounds go to your blanket. Don't have to do it. Can do single side. So keep that in mind. Bend the knees. Take your hands to your blocks. So the blocks are behind. We were playing with this with blocks going back a little bit. There's a good bend to the knees here though. Now press into your big toe mounds. And just as if you were going to move those blocks away from you, I just want you to tilt them back away. It's going to deepen your stretch here. So mindful. And then untilt them, walk them forward, press in, lift both heels. Lift the heels even higher. And then tap the heels. 5, 4, really reach. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Only my knee happy people bend the knees. Don't do this if it hurts your knees. Breathe. Straighten the legs. Everybody lower the heels. Good. Just step off your blanket. Bend both knees, hands to knees. Come on up. Whew. And shake that out. Move your blanket out of the way. Blocks are back to the front of your mat. Take them down to that little lower level, just second height. And find your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to your blocks. Your left foot's going to stay forward. Your right foot's going to step back, pyramid pose. So it's not a big step. The hips level out. The front foot is pretty straight, or the front leg is pretty straight. So 1, you're here. 2, you're going to flex your front foot. Take one of your blocks and stick it under that ball mound. Ooh. And breathe. You got it, everybody. And then hands are either coming to the blocks, right? One hand on one block, one hand on the other, or the fingertips are coming to the floor. I'm a little short on my pose there. So adjust as you need to. Now the ball mound is on the block. Lift the toes away from the block. Spread your toes. Release by leaning back. Bend your back knee. Get that block out of there. And then plant the foot and step forward. Bend both knees. Come on up. Whew. Exhale, letting that blood get back where it belongs. Same thing, other side. Then we're going to move just a little bit more. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to blocks. Soften, step back. Left leg, pyramid pose. Your feet are still hips width apart. Legs, both legs are straight. Your hands are on your blocks. If that's too low, I should have said that on the other side. You certainly can take the blocks up and hang out right here, right? It's a great, great pose. Otherwise, we're going to drop those blocks down. We're going to flex the front foot and throw that block underneath the ball mound. Whew. And breathe. And smile at your Achilles tendon, right? That nice little hard thing right behind your ankle that feathers up to the calf muscle and makes this just beautiful seamless line from tendon to muscle. Big deep breath. Flex the foot more, bend the back knee so you can get that block out of there. Plant the foot, walk the other foot forward, bend both knees, and come on up. Grab one block, everybody. Take it between the thighs. Walk the feet together and squeeze. Anybody feeling this? Anybody not feeling this, right? Everywhere? Everywhere all at once? Good. So from the outer feet, press in, drop into those big toe mounds. There was one yoga teacher that said, put a quarter, a quarter coin underneath the big toe mounds and then stand on it so you could get the feedback of that grounding of the big toe. Good. I want you to lift just your big toe on the left side. And then imagine you can make that big toe longer. So I want you to imagine spreading it to the side of your mat or front of your mat and then drop it down. Same thing on the other side. Lift the right toe and then imagine spreading it, spreading it, spreading it. and bring it down, right? Doug Keller's work there, making those toes long, trying to reduce the tendency or the bunionness of our feet as we get older. Squeeze your block. Good. Lean to one side, lift the other foot. Do anything you want with your arms, right? Balance. Feel what's happening to that foot of yours. And lower down. Whew. Lean to the other side. Squeeze hip, squeeze glute. Try not to over lean. Just peel that foot off the floor. And breathe. Belly's toned. And lower. Take that block to the second width. Woo. Outside feet to inside feet. Quarters. Imagine those quarters underneath the big toe mounds. Ooh, this is also quite good for you because what are we doing? We're putting pressure on those inner thigh muscles, the adductors, actually giving those a chance to release a little bit. All right, lean to one side. Ooh, flex your foot so you can get that foot off the floor. Squeeze your block. And lower. Ooh. Squeeze your block. Lean. Lift. Find your still point in front of you, something you can focus on. And lower, hold. Ooh, take the block out. You got one more choice. You know it's coming. You're riding the horse. Does this feel good? No. But it is interesting, right? It's interesting. So if you can, and if this is like so ridiculous for you, you're not going to do it, go small, go little. All right, so we got one more. You're going to lean, come into the big toe. See if you can get that foot off the floor. Try to stay centered on the other foot best you can. And lower. Woo! Go to the other side. Find the balance point. And then see if you can get that foot off the floor. Squeeze your block. Squeeze your block. Woo. And lower. Take that block out. Oh, I know, right? But it is kind of interesting, right? All right, back to the front of your mat. I find this so interesting. Roll your shoulders, find mountain pose, feel your feet, and find your grounding. And I just want you to stare basically straight ahead or find that focus point forward of you, and then just kind of wiggle around the feet. And what is center for you in your body based on the inner line of your legs and the outer line of your legs? Where is it? Where's the front weight of the foot and the back weight of the foot? And what happens if you circle around the feet? I had a podiatrist tell me one time the worst shoes you can wear are flip-flops or shoes without a strap around the back because it causes your toes to scrunch in and creates all kinds of problems down the line. So, trivia, think. So, find those little quarters underneath the big toe mounds. Back of the knees are soft. And then imagine lengthening up from there, from the inner line of the legs, getting deeper still, the outer line of the legs engaging mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, right leg, everybody. Bend your front knee. You're in a lunge. Your hands are on your blocks. Turn your back foot to the side position or slightly angled forward. Lift your front heel or front foot, sorry. Take that block underneath your ball mound. That is optional. Breathe. You're going to start to turn to triangle. So the front leg is straight. Your left hand, so your left foot's on your block. Your left hand can go to your shin. We take the right hand to hip, and then take it up. Breathe. Press the whole foot, whole ball mound into your block. And breathe. Take that top hand to your hip. Bend your front knee. Listen up. You're going to take that hand to your knee. Come on up. Maybe you go longer. You got warrior two. Watch the front knee. Bend your front knee, Brittany. Breathe. Hands to hips. Listen up. You're just going to lift that foot off and turn it, and then heel toe in. Same thing, other side. I'm just going to switch sides here. So you're in mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knee, step back left leg. First, you're in your lunge. Turn your back foot to the side position. Lift the front foot. Stick that block underneath. Now, it's a tricky transition, right? From this to pyramid. So I do want you to be mindful. Front hip has to rotate out. The hand goes to the shin. That's your support. And then just open up and take the hand to the hip, the other hand to the hip. So find pyramid first, then, or triangle first. Sorry about that. Take the upper arm up. You're free to lower the other hand some if you want to go a little lower. Big deep breath. Too low on that side. Bend your front knee. Take your right hand to your right knee. Come on up. Warrior two. Still my foot is on that block. Squeeze the back glute. Press the front knee outward. Find your breath. And then lift the foot off your block. Turn it sideways. All your toes are now pointing the same way. Flex at the hips. Come on down. I know, I know. And then turn all your toes just out angle. Bend your knees. Take your hands to your knees. Come up. Straighten the legs. Keep the legs. Arms up. Exhale. Come on down. Press up. Squeeze. Exhale down. And up. Squeeze. Down we go. Two more. Up. Down. Last one. Up. Down, hold hands to thighs, roll the shoulders back, press the inner knees to the outside. And then I think we did this last week, but it just makes sense to do it again. Lift one heel, lower, lift the other heel. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. And see if you can lift both heels. Hold the balance. Hands to heart. Lower the heels. Straighten the legs. Step those legs together. We have one more just little trick standing. And then we're going to come to the floor. I'm just going to move my blocks out of the way. So another thing that Doug Keller talks about with the feet is, so we want these inner arches, right, to not collapse if we can help it. But what we normally do and what we normally learn is if you had a washcloth under there and you would scrunch it, right? So just start with the left foot. And again, stagger the feet so you have balance. And just scrunch and release. Scrunch, release. 3, release. 4. The fifth one, I just want you to hold for a second and feel the tension under the arch and then release. Now, Doug Keller would say don't scrunch, right? Because there's that whole kind of hammer toe thingy of the flip-flops happening. He would say spread the toes, lengthen the big toe. Imagine scrunching, like imagine pulling your big toe back without scrunching the toes. So Lynn, look at your toes and unscrunch. I know. It's like isometrically trying to pull your big toe back and release. Whew. All right, same thing, other foot, and then we're done with all this. So the first thing I want you to do is just scrunch and fully release. Scrunch. Think about that inner arch. 4. The last one, just hold for a second. Feel the tension underneath the arch. Now release, drop the toes, lengthen that big toe, press down and try to scrunch the big toe back or slide the big toe back without scrunching the toes. In fact, because I'm still seeing a bit of scrunch, everybody lift your other 4 toes a little, push your big toe down and scrunch it back. Ooh, feel it? And then maybe you can let the other toes down without digging them in and let go. Oh, good. Shake it out. Anybody who wants, find a wall, just stretch your quad. I know. And even this, if you can hold your foot, I really like to hold the ankle and then do a little point flex with the ankle here. Feels really good. If you cannot hold your foot, you can do what my dear Betty there showed me or reminded me of. You can use a strap. So we're reaching the quad back without going into the low back. And release that side. Go to the other side. Drop the knee beside the other knee. Don't let it go out to the side. Breathe. You can flex and point while you're there. And then just stretch that quad. And let go. Nice job, everybody. Come on back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Bend your knees, step back to downward facing dog. Your feet are hips width apart. Now, interesting thing. I want you to just teeny tiny walk your feet forward until your heels are flat. So you're going to come into a short down dog. And then try to lift your ball mounds off the floor. You're not gonna. Your toes might get up there a little bit, but once again, just feel what's happening all the way through the glutes. And then release, bend your knees, feet or knees to the floor. Aren't you glad that we are done with that? Good. Grab your strap, have it near you. Grab your blocks and place them beside each other toward the end of your mat, but not all the way. And then come on down to your backs. Oh, that feels good. Once you're here, your feet are on the floor. I just want you to do a little bit of pelvic tilting and tucking and making sure we don't have any crunchies in there, any complaints. Good. Place one foot on one block. One foot on one block. Your hands are down along your sides. I want you to push into that block. Both feet are down. Push into one block. Lift your hips. And down. Good. 2. Lift. So it's like a staggered leg bridge pose, right? 3. Push. 4. And 5. And then just lower. Hold here. 1, you're doing 5 more of those. 2, you're going to push into the foot that's on the block and lift the other. You can keep that other foot off and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5 and lower. Good job, everybody. And if you're like me, your other block got kicked, and so I got to straighten it out a little bit. Same thing, other side. Take your other foot to your block. Breathe. Your one foot to the block, one foot is on the floor. So we're going to press the shoulders to the floor, necks are neutral, and just push up, both feet on the floor and down, just for 5. Lift, lower, 3, 4, you got it. One more, 5, and lower. Choice, you're either going to do that 5 more times, or once you lift, you push your foot that's on the block, lift your other foot off the floor, and then just tap the one glute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lower. We're almost done, my loves. My blocks have gotten all cockeyed. Oh, both feet to your blocks. Now, I know that your feet are not, unless you turn your blocks long ways, you've got toes off, you've got heel off, the arch and the outside pinky side is pressing into your block. Shoulders down, lift up to bridge pose. 1, tap it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. This is just bridge pose. Don't make it more than it is. Remember, pubic bone draws in or belly button draws in. Shoulders are down. Press into your blocks. Maybe lift and spread the toes. And lower all the way down. Draw your knees to your chest. Well done, everybody. Deep breath. One foot to the floor, other foot goes into your strap. Take that leg up. Once you're there, just let your other leg go straight, and it should just kind of droop over that block at some point. Flex both feet. The leg that is on the floor, that heel should lift off the floor so both legs are engaged. Just hold. Good. Release. Take the right foot in the strap. Take the left leg out. Let it drape over your block at somewhere, as long as it doesn't hurt. And breathe. And then engage that long leg that's on the floor so that the heel of that foot comes off. Take the left foot, put it back in your strap. Both legs are in your strap. Hold on to either side of your strap. Take the legs out nice and wide. This should feel good. The outer edges of your feet press into your strap. Shoulders are heavy. Upper body is super relaxed here. And then pull the strap together. The feet come together. I'm going to have to move myself back over. Turn the soles of the feet together. Keep the strap wrapped around it. See if you can find your blocks and let your feet land on your blocks. If you can't find them or it doesn't feel good, don't worry about it. Knees are out to the side. Watch that you're not overarching. Variation here of a bound pose, bound Baddha Konasana. And just breathe, everybody. Try to relax the inner legs. Try to relax the upper body. Coming back to your breath. And then use the hands to the outer thighs and draw those legs back. You can release your strap. Draw your knees to your chest. Just squeeze them in. And then lengthen one leg over one block, one leg over the other block. The blocks will land somewhere. Just make sure it's comfortable. Mine are pretty much right behind my knees, and that feels really good. For some, it feels better if it's up at the thighs or even in the middle of the calf muscles. So make sure you find a spot that feels good. And then just shrug your shoulders one more time. Roll them down to the floor. Allow the shoulder blades to come down the back, and then let your hands release either to your belly or to the floor beside you. Finding Shavasana, letting the legs go. Closing the eyes. Feeling the breath settle down to its normal, comfortable level. Let your legs be really heavy here, everybody. Breathing in, breathing out, letting go. Can you go softer, still letting go of any remaining tension? Those of you who are ready, maybe just start to circle your ankles one direction and then the other. And then slowly just bring one knee to chest. And then draw the other knee to chest. And rock side to side. Allow the knees to roll over to one side. Curl to fetal pose. And then press up all the way. Coming back to a seat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to your heart. May our eyes be open to all the small miracles out there today. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody.